World media reacts to All Blacks' humiliating loss to Springboks. The All Blacks suffered a humiliating record-breaking defeat to the Springboks in Wellington last night, with the South African side securing a comfortable 43-10 victory over the home favourites. Here's how media from around the world reacted to the Boks-defiant come-from-behind victory. Humbled All Blacks. South Africa are making a habit of humbling the New Zealanders, wrote Reuters' Ian Axon. He criticized the All Blacks for their crashing loss and commended the Boks for their ability to bounce back after losing Loch Lud to Jagger, fly half-sasher Fynbong Mzulu and fullback Afleel Fassi in the first half to injuries. Meanwhile, Captain Siya Kolisi was described as a colossal presence on the field. Hard to watch. Unpacking the All Blacks' historic loss to South Africa. Watch on TVNZ+. Abs faced demolition job. The Daily Telegraph's Charlie Morgan wrote that the Springboks dealt the All Blacks a demolition yesterday night. This demolition job from the world champions, in dealing New Zealand their heaviest defeat in history, was not so much a statement as a sledgehammer to the skeptics. He added, an avalanche of 36 unanswered points in the second half humiliated the helpless All Blacks. They were moving from their Eden Park fortress to somewhere far flimsier. They have now been beaten in 5 of the last 11 fixtures in Wellington, but this was still chastening. Sharp and dangerous Boks side. British newspaper The Guardian praised the dominant Springboks for being more physical in defence and more decisive in attack, reflecting on the second half comeback. The Springboks depended on a kicking game last weekend, but in Wellington the All Blacks were forced to kick repeatedly as they found themselves trapped in their own half and deprived of possession, the outlet wrote. Both teams set out to play at a high tempo and to work the ball to the outside channels. The Springboks combinations were sharp, and the backline looked constantly dangerous. A stunning display. UK broadcaster the BBC recounted the Springbok performance as a stunning display, focusing largely on the record defeat margin rather than the All Blacks' poor form. The outlet praised South Africa for their second-half ambush, saying the team bounced back from defeat after losing to the All Blacks a week ago. Back to the drawing board. Rugby 365 said the All Blacks would certainly be keen to go back to the drawing board following last night's defeat in momentous style. It said the embarrassing defeat was badly humbling for the All Blacks and would raise questions about the progress made under coach Scott Robertson, with the result eclipsing New Zealand's previous biggest defeat, 7-35 to South Africa in 2023. While most global media remarked on the shocking yet humbling result, most of the focus was on the Boks' stellar comeback performance, echoing the sentiment that the All Blacks were simply the weaker side on home soil last night. Scott Robertson's side will look to bounce back from the record loss to retain the lead in the Rugby Championship, which is now held by South Africa.